behaviors, all right? Okay.
Okay.
Paul and I aren't there. We can't monitor this person's behaviors for you. You're the one that's with them most of the time. You're the only one that's going to be able to monitor these type of behaviors. And these behaviors are red flags that tell you, you better run. Okay.
And you have to be aware of these things too. And you can't just brush them off saying, oh, he's having a bad day, or, it was tough at work today, or, the kids gave him a hard time.
Yeah,
or,
yeah. You got to be very, very careful, so.
All right. Demands. He doesn't take no for an answer, and you realize that his requests are actually demands. Big difference from asking somebody and demanding someone.
That is a huge difference.
Threats. He uses a coercive psychological tactics. Sorry about that. Like tears, rage, badgering, and threatening to end the relationship.
Absolutely. So again, you could have demands in a relationship that totally makes sense. Let's just differentiate the two, okay? You could demand that your partner treats you right, appropriately, in a manner that you're like the queen you are or the king you are, okay? You could demand self-respect. You could demand things to that nature that will benefit you. But when, on the other hand, the demand is so severe, like what Paul just stated, again, you better watch out and you better run.
Right.
You better run, because these demands could be so, I don't want to scare you guys by talking about a lot of the murder-suicides that have been going on, that has been all over the media, but that is how drastic this situation can get, okay? All right.
And there's a huge difference between asking and demanding.
Yes.
Huge.
Yes.
Huge.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you ask someone to do something and they say, okay, but I can't get to it right now, or
but
on the other hand, when they demand, that means that they want you to do that right at that very moment.
Right.
It's not, oh, I'll do it, I'll do it later, or, I have to finish the dishes, or I, do the laundry and then I'll get to it. Oh, no.
Yeah, it's just, it's
right
pretty scary. It's crazy.
Right then
and there. Sure.
All right. Where are we? Suicidal comments.
Ooh, now,
a huge red flag.
This is a biggie. This is a huge red flag, okay? So suicidal comments, what does that mean, Paul?
He may resort to this when it seems like nothing else is working. But if he's willing even to think about it or say it, he's getting dangerously desperate. What begins as suicidal could end as murderous.
That's right. So again, because you have sense and because you're a strong-minded person, because you've been watching us for all these years, right? You know right from young, your mama taught you right. You see the red flags. Any and everything that he or she is doing is not working, and you are ready to walk out that door. You're ending the relationship.
Right.
That's when it could get deadly, okay? That's when the suicidal comments start arising. That's when the suicidal ideation of this person, becomes the norm, okay? So this person could say something like what? If I need you, I love you.
If you leave me, I'll kill myself.
That's right, or I'll die without you. Or little hints like I can't live without you. And a lot of people use that all the time, not knowing what the heck they're saying. I can't live without you. Blah blah. How could you do this to me? Don't end this. Nobody could love you like how I love you, and all this stuff, right?
And how many times do you read in the paper murder, suicide?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now,
yes.
Those are psychopaths.
Exactly.
All right. If you finally try to, the relationship breaks up, and then one partner, and we're not going to, it's most of the time it's males.
Okay.
I'll give you that. But then that other partner goes out, and then he just, he will murder his ex-partner and then commit suicide. So murder, suicide, psychopath, definitely.
Let me just tell you a little story, okay? A little story that I think, something that disgusts me, okay? So remember when I went to that money seminar a couple months ago? I went to a seminar all about, entrepreneurship and making money and all that stuff. And one gentleman, one of the speakers, actually got up on stage, okay? And tell me what you think about this, because I was floored. I was like, you're kidding me. Got up on stage and was talking about, thank goodness, this past year, he just made a tremendous amount of money. And the year before that, he was so depressed that he was hiding a lot of financial issues from his partner, from his wife. and he was just not himself. He was treating her badly, and she was going to leave him because of it. And that how he said that she saved his life because he was getting ready to kill himself, okay? And she saved his life. And a lot of people in the audience were like, oh, how romantic, you know, her love pretty much saved him. And I'm sitting here, you know, as a former therapist, and I'm like, no. If somebody got that down and out, that depressed, to the point where they were thinking of killing themselves and possibly, you know what it is, possibly. Mental health therapy needs to happen.
Right.
Mental health therapy needs to happen. If you're that down and out where suicidal ideation has overtaken your mind space, you need help. You need help. And you cannot say that, you know, your partner or some other chick or some other man saved your life and you're cured like that. No.
I think sometimes that we treat depression too lightly.
Yes.
I think a lot of people, you know, will go to their physicians and, you know, oh, you know what, I don't feel good, and I'm always blue, I'm always tired, and they'll give them antidepressants. But they should take it one step further and have them go for some counseling.
I was going to say, yeah, your physician, cool, the MD, great, wonderful, but they're not the ones that can help you with depression. They have to refer you to a clinician. They've got to refer you to a psychologist. These are the people that work day in and day out with mental health issues, and these are the people you need to go to, not your physician.
And they can recognize it before it gets too far.
Sure.
I mean, I'm sure there are a lot of people that are on antidepressants that kill themselves.
Absolutely.
They commit suicide.
Absolutely.
Because they haven't been referred out to the proper doctor.
Sure.
And that's what happens.
Okay, all right. Now we have, well, these are the 4 major signs that we just talked about, okay? And now we've got 6 steps according to wikihow.com, and you guys guys could actually pull this up online yourself, or of course I will have this posted on bevknoxfabulous.com, okay? Basically the signs to look for, the steps on breaking up with a psychopath, okay? So step number 1, okay, guys, come on. This is how you do it, okay? And I'm telling you over and over and over, if you are involved in a relationship where the person is a psychopath and you are afraid to leave them, because why? Because you are afraid they're going to harm you, kill you, harm your kids, or harm or kill themselves, you need to get help. And you need to get help now, okay?
Quickly.
All right.
Quickly. All right, 6 steps. Here's number 1, determine the situation. Is his possessiveness something that could be remedied by talking to him?
Okay.
That's a question. If a calm and collected conversation does not help, try telling him honestly and openly that you are your own person and he can either drop the possessiveness and treat you like a human being, or you'll be forced to move on.
Okay.
Take some time apart to recollect your thoughts and determine if this person is fundamentally someone you want to spend your life with, or are you only a slave to his possessiveness?
Okay.
Make yourself aware that this controlling behavior is a sign of an abusive relationship.
Okay. And I will take it one step further. I mean, you know, this particular article says basically give him a chance.
Right.
This particular article, you know, they're like, okay, give him a chance. If he's reasonable, you can sit down and talk to him, blah, 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 blah. And I'm saying, look, if all the red flags that we discussed a few minutes ago, if this is in your current relationship, you need to bolt. That's what I'm saying. But anyway, go ahead.
But anyway, I mean, you just you have to be careful too, because there's a fine line here between somebody that does something for the first time and you go, well, that's it, I'm leaving.
Oh yeah, no. I'm not saying the first time, right? Yeah, this stuff has to be going on.
This has to be going on for a while.
Right, there's a level, well, not too long, but there's a level of, saneness.
I'm not saying for years.
I know, gosh, not even months. I'm telling you right now. There's a level of, what we consider, normal behavior and then abnormal behavior, okay? And we got to run. But anyway, okay, so again, learn to recognize the signs.
Yeah, learn to recognize these signs. And a lot of possessive relationships, it may just start off with little things, but you always want to know the signs, because in many cases, a possessive relationship can become abusive.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
If he has physically harmed you at any time or is doing so, take pictures of the bruises if you want to pursue legal action against him.
Now that's important, okay? Again, if you're getting beaten by somebody, you should leave immediately. And that's, I'm going to keep repeating myself like a broken record over and over and over, okay? But in today's day and age where everybody has a cell phone with a camera, on their cell phone, you need to document, you need to actually take pictures and document what is going on. Because that person, because one minute they could be charming and the next minute, abusive, they could lie to the authorities when you do call or go to the police and say, I have no idea what she's talking about. I've never laid hands on her, and then you're going to need the proof, and the proof is right there. Okay, but definitely take pictures to, to go ahead and document everything that's going on with you.
Right, and that, I mean, if there's physical abuse, there's no need for that. That's a one-time thing.
That's a one-time thing. You're gone.
Once
you're
and
gone.
out.
Absolutely.
That's it.
Absolutely.
It's no going back. And you know what happens? Oh, don't worry, I'll never do it again.
Oh,
I'm
baby,
sorry.
baby. I love you so much.
I had a couple of beers and I didn't mean to do it.
Yes, and so forth. Yeah.
Out. First time.
Gone.
One and done.
Gone.
One and done.
Yep.
All right.
Anyway, step number 2.
Plan your exit.
Plan your exit.
Create a safety plan and choose a place to go if needed. You want to have all the things in place so that you'll feel safe after leaving your boyfriend, husband, girlfriend, whatever. Gather information and seek support about who can help you with your different needs.
Okay.
Now, I know that at one time, years and years and years ago, that I did a show. There was a place in New Haven for abused people, battered women. Actually, it was a shelter, battered women shelter.
And there's one in most towns too.
And you can contact them. They don't. And when I had this, the woman that ran the shelter on the show, of course, she wasn't telling the address or anything else.
Of course.
They want to keep it,
secure and safe,
secure
and
right. So, but it's more for the women that are in there, so that they feel secure.
Right. That the other person don't know where they are.
Right.
So.
They know that their partner can't just walk over there. And come
everything is very confidential. So there are.
Because that's a big step when you leave.
There are places. Yeah.
Big step.
Let me tell you something. My favorite. I love Tyler Perry. You probably don't even know who Tyler Perry is, but he's like, you do. I love Tyler Perry. And one of my favorite Tyler Perry movies is Medea's Family Reunion. And there was, in that storyline, there was a woman getting abused by her fiance, and she was afraid to leave him because she was afraid he was going to kill her, because he threatened to, throw her off the balcony, shoot her, kill her so many times. She was just that fearful, and she went to her family. She went to her mother, and her mother pretty much threw her back with the man because he was so wealthy. Yeah. But Medea, the grandmother or the grand aunt or something like that, told her what she needed to do to rectify the situation, which is beat him on the side of his head with a skillet with hot, I think it was hot, like oatmeal or something, I don't know, threw it in his face and beat him with it, and then leave. This was the funniest thing ever. Second Amendment right to carry, no. Yeah. Again, I'm sorry, I'm making light of
certainly, if you are a female and you have brothers.
Oh God!
That's where I would go.
Yes, there you would go. Okay.
Right.
But
certainly, I have a sister. If she came to me and there was some problems, that would be the end of the problem.
Okay.
So, and I think most males would stick up for their
protective over their sisters and so forth. Yeah. But you definitely have to have a plan of action. So please plan your exit. Okay. And step number 3
is end the relationship.
Yes.
You can do this in a number of ways. You can tell them and do the breakup over the phone.
We did a show before about how to break up with somebody, and that was one of the things that folks said is not a good thing to do. But I said no. I said that no, you could break up over the phone, you could break up via text. The farther away you are from a person who you think is abusive, fine. Text them, call them, what have you, break up with them, but don't meet with them, in
Well, this says you can meet in a public place, but I think that's a bad idea.
In a public place, but never at your home or his home.
It says like a coffee shop, or someplace like that to call it off.
Right.
But I think that's a bad idea, because when you're there face to face sometimes, then they can start to like schmooze you, you know. Oh, honey, I really didn't mean it.
Because they know.
Let's take a little ride. Remember when we went? Yeah,
exactly.
oh, yeah.
Or because they know that maybe the last time they see you physically, then they may bring something and slice you or harm you. So text it. Don't even talk to them.
No, I'd say cut out the public.